This is my 2010 Chrysler Town & Country. I mean, really, this car runs great. I've had good luck with it. But about 10,000 miles ago, it started really rattling. I mean, like metal to metal rattle in the back here, like some broken shock or something would rattle. Nothing could we find it. Look everywhere, got under it, listened, microphone, used the bore scope, couldn't find anything. But what I did find is if I slightly put the brakes on, when it's rattling, the rattle stops. So it turns out that I've narrowed it down, and then I started looking on the internet. There's anti-rattle clips. One's right there, and one right there, and one right there. If you take those out and put a little Amazing Goop on there, put them back in, won't rattle again. And I'm going to show you how I did it. First, I want to break the wheel. Sometimes lug nuts are really tight, and I use this pipe like this to put some leverage on it so you can easily break it down without hurting yourself. Okay, once you get the wheel off, put some wire hanger up here. There happens to be a hole so that you don't have to hang the whole assembly. You will need a 13 millimeter wrench for this bolt right here, which holds on the emergency brake line, and then you'll need an 18 millimeter for the two bolts on both sides down here to take that off. And we'll just go ahead and loosen that up. Now we'll take this bolt off. Now we'll take the bottom one off. Okay, now it's loose. So we're going to put a wire through here so we can hang this up. Pull that up. And we'll just pull this up and hang it up there adequately on that wire. Okay, whole assembly now is hanging there, and we can get right into the brake linings and the clips, so we're just going to knock those out now. Okay, just want to drop one of the shoes out. I'm just going to push it out here, and that will drop into my hand. And these are good shoes. There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever, so I'm going to make sure that I put them down at the same order I took that out. Now this is where I'm going to put the Amazing Goop on there to keep that from rattling against the back side of these two. And we'll take the other one out over here. Okay, you can see now where the metal to metal is. I got to put a little goop on that. And these clips, I would just put some on the inside of each one of them. One drop, it will hold it. Since it's flexible, nothing's going to be won't hurt.
If you put new disc brakes in, you know you have to press that piston in.
Now on these Chryslers, they don't compress in. You have to twist them in. A pair of needle nose pliers will twist that in, twist it in clockwise, and then that has to do with the adjustment for the emergency brake up here. Then to readjust it, you may have to push the emergency brake 1,000 times to get it back, but that's how you do it. Okay, this is the Amazing Goop. There's three different formulas. This is the plumbing one. It doesn't really matter. Just to show you, this has been on here a long time, how this actually holds. I mean, it's flexible and strong and almost impossible. I'm using cutters. I don't know if you can see that, but this stuff is good. So this is what I'm going to use on there, and we're just going to dab some on.
Now here's why I chose Amazing Goop for this job.
Way back 5 years ago, I think, I introduced this in some of my videos, and people didn't know about it. Now, of course, you can find it everywhere. Really is great stuff. So you can get an idea of how strong this stuff really is. And you can see how elastic it is. It's amazing. Amazing Goop. I don't know if you can see this or not, but see that strand there? Look at that. This is how this stuff stretches. I mean, amazingly. And it's just like a liquid rubber. I'll grab, this is the piece that I had on the counter there. Look at this. So you can see that this is going to allow plenty of room for the brakes to work just fine.
Well, this is the only glue that I know of that will work like this, and why I'm absolutely not afraid to use it on my brake pads to silence them up.
Okay, the first place I'm going to dab some on, just a little bit, 1 drop on that inside clip right there, and 1 drop on this clip. Then I'm going to put a little on the outside of the clip, just here. And I'm going to do that on the back side, over here. Okay, same thing on the top. I'll put some right here on this part. This will all come off, no problem. You can pull it right off. To get them some on that side. And a dab up in here, and a dab up in here. Well, that'll fix the clips, and they won't rattle, and the brakes will move, and they won't lock up. So, I'm putting some right here. And this dries really pretty quick, and I'm going to put some right here. And that's it. Slide that right in like that. Slide that right in like this. Okay, there's one. And slide this one in this way. That's in. Okay. Alright, we're good to go. Now we're just going to mold it back on here. So I'm going to untie this. And we're going to set this back right down on top of there in the slot. Go. Alright. Make sure you got the bolts tight. About 75 foot-pounds. Okay, everything's back. Make sure all 3 bolts are tight. Take the wire out of here. Make sure you do that. And we're going to bolt the wheel back on. You want to make sure that you can rotate everything's good. And always torque your wheels down in the Y pattern. That's like every other one. Then you would go to here and you would go ahead and torque each one, so that way you won't crack your wheel. Okay, now we can tighten a little bit, and I'm going to lower it back down. Put some pressure on it. Always have the jack stand for emergency. Let's let this baby down. Okay, now tighten it up.
Thanks a lot for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe this will help you out the next time you have some rattles or you do a brake job.